guys, Tinubu have come under fire because everything that Tinubu submitted before have appeared to be false and forged. Here I say that the schools Tinubu swore under oath that he attended all turned out to be false or faked. Even his work experience was forged. St. Paul Arerola was false. Government College Ibadan was false. Richard Daly College was forgery. University of Chicago, false. Chicago State Uni, fake certificate. Otto Anderson Accounting Firm, false. Deloitte, Hoskin and Seld, false. Cheap forger. Everything Tinubu submitted have appeared to be false. This is the kind of person that is our president. And then when you forge your own certificate, it will become a crime. But here we have our president forging all these certificates. And here I say that Bola Tinubu removed Government College Ibadan from educational history on Wikipedia page. Dates of Nigerian educational record also deleted. Tinubu went to remove his Government College Ibadan from educational history on Wikipedia. So if you go there, you won't see it again. This is the kind of person we have as our president. And then he has come under fire because many Nigerians are reacting. This person said that Jonathan's PhD made Nigeria a $500 billion economy, largest economy in Africa, and third fastest growing economy in the world behind China and Qatar. I came to Nigeria from Cote d'Ivoire under Jonathan when CFA was 1,000 to 250 naira. Okoko to Iyana, the Paja was just 150 naira. To tell you how things have worsened under APC government and under Tinubu government. This person said that forgery is a crime, bro. If he does not have it, let him just be honest about it. Why the lie? Lying under oath is a felony. And here I say that this tells Nigerians that APC does not value education. Just look at how they are defending nonsense. Terrible people. You're going to watch a video where an APC person came out on Channels TV and was defending Tinubu's not being able to submit a real certificate. He was defending Tinubu. Just watch that video and let me get your views in the comments. But please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.
Does the president deserve to be on the ballot? That's the fundamental issue here. That he has all of these abilities, but can he prove? Because what are the question mark? The question mark on his identity, question marks on qualification.
What identity are you talking about, Sheun? If he's asking of identity, can you tell us who Atiku's father is? Do you know Atiku's uncle? Have you ever seen Atiku's brother? Do we ask those questions? What is he talking about?
What's wrong with Atiku's uncle?
You should ask him. Does he know Atiku's father?
Ask me.
Do you know his uncle?
Let me answer.
Who are they?
Who is his father? Where is his father?
So, why we are here?
Yes.
Why we are here is because we run a constitutional democracy where the law guides all our activities. The constitution, which is supreme in this
country. You're saying he has added Adekule. You're saying he has added Adekule now, and you're saying you don't believe in him as a person.
Please allow me to answer the question. Yeah. We are saying the constitution says you must have at least 2 stars.
Or equivalent.
Yes.
What is its equivalent?
I'm coming. I will answer you.
Yes.
I will answer you.
With an evidence that.
Yes. Then the constitution says...
Is it not enough evidence?
Please allow me.
Hold on. Is it not enough evidence that someone that was a senator, one-time senator, and a governor of a state that has become a country of its own, he made that state became a country of its own. Build a structure of democracy that every 2 years you have a local government elections where there is none in this country. I don't think any state in the last 10-15 years that conducts itself democratically to go for an election of local government every 2 years. Like the way of it. You want to ask me a question that such a person, you have a doubt that he has the ability to read and write.
Did you go to primary school?
Yes, I did.
Which primary school is this?
Let's go to primary school, Kanu.
Do you have the certificate?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about.
Okay, let me tell you something. the certificate of
The
my primary.
question is
Hold on. The certificate of my
your
primary.
principal,
Hold on.
give your candidate in
Hold
your
on now.
party. Just a moment.
My primary certificate,
Give your-
my secondary certificate, my university certificate hadn't helped me in what I'm doing today.
That is not the issue.
The issue.
It is the
That's
issue.
not the issue.
We are talking about evidence.
It
the
doesn't
law.
give capacity. Hold on, show. It doesn't reach out capacity to deliver on the job given to you.
It's a moral and emotional
We're not talking
matter.
about
It's not in the document.
We're not talking about capacity to
As prescribed.
Show we employ an entrepreneur. I employ people that are best of me. I employ people that are first class graduates, and I have to teach them the job. When you came out from school, you read arts and visual arts. When you came here, were you not taught how to do this? It's your passion. You do that. There are a lot of people in this place that did not read mass comm, but they are very good journalists.
But I show evidence.
Very good anchors.
I showed evidence that I finished from school. So it's a basic minimum for you to get into this organization.
He has shown evidence that he had a BSc in Chicago State University.
But we're asking,
they don't have the proof that Chicago State University.
Where is the primary school certificate? Where is the secondary school?
Boy, this constitution says shows one. He can show one. Some people show primary school. Some people show secondary school.
Mr. Kalu, is that enough?
There are people that are stand in this country. Mr. Kalu, there are people that are stand in this country. They are standing because they've not been to primary school.
Assign time to us so that I can respond.
Go ahead. I'm asking, is it enough? You are the lawyer.
It's not enough.
You have seen a man that has delivered to Nigeria. You have seen a man that has delivered to Nigeria dividends of democracy.
Allow me to talk.
I gave you almost 10 minutes.
No.
Program. I allowed him to say all he wanted to say, and show you want to go back to him. I haven't finished. I gave him time to finish. Let me also learn. Because they don't have anything in hand to the campaign Ashwaji.
Alwan, hold on. There's a fundamental question here.
The fundamental question here
is a BSc Chicago State University sufficient?
It's not. The question is,
just imagine.
Hold on.
You read the Constitution that it is a school sat. It's Chicago State University BSc certificate.
So we call him to order.
Just remember.
Sorry, call him
Go
to
ahead.
order.
Go ahead and land on that thought.
The issue here is, has Tinubu or did Tinubu at any time present a forged certificate to INEC? That is the issue.
And what
can we have your evidence that he did? Show us now.
So everybody in Nigeria.
Is there an evidence that Tinubu
very
forged?
well?
Where is it? Show us in your phone.
Please allow me.
Okay.
It's everywhere.
What is everywhere now?
Tinubu in 1999 presented to INEC that he attended St. Paul's Primary School. The evidence is there for Nigerians. So,
has he submitted it now?
Hold on. The question is, you are disqualified if you have submitted.
Let's see the evidence.
You're submitting that he perjured himself.
No perjury. That one is an issue. That one is a different issue altogether. Okay. The issue is the
Constitution has said all these things now.
The Constitution says you are not qualified. Section 1371J, that a person is not qualified to run for office of president if he has submitted forged certificates to INEC. The question now is, Tinubu in 1999, Tinubu in 2003, Tinubu in 2003 submitted forged certificates to INEC. What are the forged certificates? One, Tinubu deposed on oath that he attended one St. Paul's Primary School, which is false. Two, Tinubu submitted to INEC that he attended government college Ibadan, which is false.
He has said this thing again now. You understand? You're saying
please
this.
Allow me.
Allow you what now? You've said it before.
Tinubu submitted NYSC certificates to INEC that his name is Adekunle in 2003 and 2023. The question is, are these documents forged? If these documents are forged, by
are you asking a question or you went to court to verify?
No, that is not.
Just a moment. Before I
have a judgment of the court. Bring it out now.
Mr. Kalu.
The Constitution says that this Constitution is supreme and is binding on all authorities.
Mr.
And if the Constitution says,
and the Constitution has it that Ashwaji lied.
Just a moment.
The documents are there.
Gentlemen.
In the Constitution.
Gentlemen.
Let Tinubu come out and tell Nigerians The primary school he attended and secondary school he attended.
I told you,
Mr. Kalu, let me ask you. Just before I come to you.
Let's talk about issues.
Mr. Kalu, gentlemen, please.
The primary school you attended.
This is supposed to be a conversation, civil
And I've
conversation.
told you, I'm telling you that it has not helped me in my business.
Just a moment.
Because you give capacity now.
It's about law.
Just gentlemen. Hello, Mr.
We have to sometimes keep away politics and see things objectively. This man said XYZ about Nigeria and Nigerians, and even if it will take a day or two, let the president team to look at these things critically, analyze it,
and not just rush to fire.
And they are not far-fetched from reality, because these are, like I said, demand. You can also begin to analyze him. What reason does he have to undermine the president? For what? For what? To achieve what? Ordinarily, he is supposed to be somebody who helps the entire country spiritually. Pray to God for the stabilization, growth, economic growth, and whatever for the country. So that means he has the right. When things like this are not happening, he will complain. Not just for his people, but for the country. So they should be very objective. Not look at every criticism as opposition. Especially at this moment, yes, some of them will be, not really, I wouldn't call it insensitive, because what is happening on the street today, and I'm not disconnected to that. Like I told you, I will never be in denial as to the reality of what is happening in the country today. And that is why I said, the maturity stage maybe is still what we are experiencing. And that is why when the president says he needs a second term, just like what every other president does, okay, now for example, if you look at Obasanjo's first 4 years, 1999 to 2003, fresh from the prison, a lot of things mentally has changed, straight to presidency. Of course, he has to just make do with people he knows in the military. Bring this person to work with me. The little political support he has with his VP Atiku, then, help me recruit this person, do this. His first 4 years was not as productive as his second 4 years. Now, I'm not comparing the two.
All right.
Because Tinubu is a grounded politician. In fact, the first Democrat we have in Nigeria as a president from 1999. He has been in the trenches politically. He has seen democracy grow. So a lot is expected from him. And that is why he always say, I asked for the job, so no need to pity me. Even of recent, he said it. And I personally don't pity him. And I criticize some of the policies of our government. Not because I am pulling out of my party. No. Because this is sometimes the right thing to do.
And you are part of the grassroots. You see this thing every day.
And sometimes these are the best ways to send information to the government, because if I don't have access to some of those high-level corridors, at least through these kind of platforms, they get to hear that, okay, look, this person is still our own and he's saying this. And maybe they can
listen.
Yeah. So I think what the bishop has done is to me, is really
on the right path.
Right. And the government should not look at it as opposition or dismiss it completely. Instead, they should analyze it, open up, and find out more. And the president, I'm sure, has different sources of information.
Of course.
It's not just a one-way traffic every day from Mr. A to Mr. B. Sometimes you switch. You will be surprised. At the moment, maybe the same information of what the bishop is saying, the president has been communicated that, look, Oga, what this man has said is true. And maybe not, but certainly, as I'm saying, government should not deny criticism of this nature, because it's not healthy. Because if we do this, we are really killing democracy. And even if he's a pastor, it's his democratic right to criticize. Even keep his title of bishop on. And ordinary Nigerians should do that, and it should be welcome.
Hypocrisy of the APC this morning. What a job to do. I don't need to talk much as regards this Onayeka debacle. All I'll do is I'll take you back to 2014 November. My colleague seated here with me, Dr. Abati, remembers that interface. November 2014 in the villa. a certain Cardinal John Onayeka came to the villa. He said things were not well in the country. This same APC called Cardinal John Onayeka a voice of reason. They praised him to the high heavens, this same APC. They said everything well about Cardinal John Onayeka. In fact, there are many APC people that saw him as a symbol of speaking truth to power. They were happy to take pictures with him in public and call him our own Oscar Romero. They loved him, they lapped him up. They took Cardinal Onayeka's criticism and they lapped it up. My colleague here, Dr. Abati, was on the receiving end then. But the question we shall ask them today is, what changed? Isn't Cardinal Onayeka a bastion of speaking truth to power any longer? Oh, there was no problem with it when Cardinal Onayeka spoke truth to power against Goodluck Jonathan. You lapped it up, you took the sound bite, you said it was a divine representation that things were not well. But when he says the same thing to you, because Cardinal Onayeka is constant as a northern star, then you start to legislate and lecture him on spiritual and, can I use the word, ecclesiastical and episcopal matters. But when he said it in 2015, on 2014, it was a good thing then. So for all of those that have replied and said one or two things about Cardinal Onayeka, yes, you will say those things to justify your paymasters and make it look as if you're working for your paymasters. You wouldn't do otherwise, because you have to defend where you're earning your pay. But can't you see that your hypocrisy speaks so loud? People cannot hear what you say, like Ralph Waldo Emerson says. Can't you see it is shocking that you yourself that are suffering the biting economic pangs and the conditions in this country, that more people have had to ask you for money and more people have had to depend on you because you're in government? Can't you see that it is hypocritical? Because you must not be seen to come outside to say things are not well when you deeply know that things are well. So it's a daunting job for me this morning to respond to the hypocrisy. My practical response will be, dear APC, what changed? Cardinal Onayeka was a hero in 2014. Why is he not an hero today? Is it because of the mandate? And whose mandate should Cardinal Onayeka speak for? Mandate of man or mandate of God and conscience?
Did the Catholic bishops feel disrespected by the remarks made by these spokespersons? Were you disrespected?
Persecution is what you get when you preach the good news. And you don't stop because you are being persecuted. How can Nigerians be abandoning their country? And the president and the leadership, a political leadership, is saying, let us manage, things are hard everywhere. That is not why you are there. You are not just a political leader. You have also a moral responsibility to address the issues of countries. And if you say it's overwhelming, then resign.
The presidency has faulted the Archbishop Emeritus of the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja, Cardinal John Onayeka, for publicly disclosing details of the closed-door meeting, describing the comments as inappropriate and a breach of the confidentiality expected of such high-level engagements. When you saw the statements released by the spokespersons attached to the presidency, how did you respond?
If people who work for the presidency or work for government or work for even other institutions peddle in lies, in pretense, in fiddling while Rome burns, in not giving good advice, it doesn't turn out good. And to act like an attack dog for great people who are patriotic for our country is something that is not only unfortunate, it is a disgrace. And it's not about defense, it's about listening. People in positions of power must listen, and listening makes you stronger. And we don't say he's not doing well. He is doing his best. But sometimes you do your best and it's still not enough. And the enormity of the challenges of a modern society is so much for one person to solve. But government cannot say, because I'm doing well, I've done it, or don't tell me anything.
A meeting you tagged private, you published some snippets and pockets of commentaries from the president. Is it still private, or don't Nigerians allowed to know the details and context of that meeting?
First of all, a meeting between the bishops and the president was aired by television. NTA was there, other television houses were there. The discussions held are not, is not like a confession. I'm going to speak about the issues of the nation. We are there in public. What is the secret? Insecurity, is it a secret? The educational imbalance, is it a secret? The fact that the economy is very low, is it a secret?
What is the conversation? What are their concerns following the feedback? What are the Catholic bishops saying? How are they reacting to this presidential conversation?
I must laugh because the matter of truth is so objective. Truth is out there. You don't need to have an emotion about truth.
So we have this religious war that has been evoked by this remark, saying that the Catholic bishop spoke for Catholics and not for Christians. Then Obala said that alongside saying that this is political and, you know, trying to imply that this is because of his stance.
Mr. Buala is someone you cannot take serious. Unfortunately, that's the correct thing. The Association of Christians of Northern Nigeria yesterday made a very, very powerful statement denouncing him, denouncing his statement, and denouncing his attempt to divide the Christian body. It is already in the news. When truth is said, it has nothing to do with, is it a Muslim who said the truth? Is it a pagan who said the truth? Truth is truth.
What must Mr. President do now to ensure that the Catholics do not become victims, so to speak, as they've been labeled now? The Catholics are supporting, the Catholics are, you know, what must the president do now?
So what the president must do is to listen to good advice and have the courage to act accordingly. What the president must do is to sack people who are around him, who tell him lies and who give him bad image. What the president must do is to assume the moral authority to say that I'm trying my best and to say I'm going to tackle it headlong. What the president must do is to resign because I cannot continue to rule again because I'm incapacitated. What the president must do is to tell Nigerians the truth.
Tells you the kind of person we have as our leader, where everything is forged in Nigeria. Everything under Apc government, they are all forged. You could imagine forging every certificate you submitted. It happened 2023. Now again, it's happening in 2027. And people are saying that Tinubu is not worthy to be on the ballot. INEC should do something. But guess what? INEC, judiciary, all of them, they're all working for Apc government. This was the truth. And this is why we have forged leaders. We have people that forged certificates and have been exposed. But INEC have not come out to say anything. Next election, Tinubu will still be on the ballot. Because why? INEC have been jeopardized. INEC have been jeopardized by this current Apc government. So guys, let me get your views in the comment and don't forget to subscribe to my next video.